jumped the gun on that.
I didn't
Dude, that
jump.
was right on the upbeat, man.
Somebody
Abe, you were
messed
late.
up the.
You were late, dude.
I accidentally did it.
100% fine.
I accidentally did it too late.
Getting all excited over here.
Oh, mine spilled everywhere.
Oh, here we go, girl. Here we go, girl.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's episode 7, not episode 8.
It's
Abe,
not 8. It's definitely 7.
what's going on?
Nothing much.
How we doing?
We're doing good. We took a.
We took 1 week break,
Yeah.
but that won't affect anything because we're on our game. You know,
We
got
planned
this.
ahead.
We got this stuff locked.
And loaded. That's what we did. Actually, as we are talking about this, it's going to mess up the whole timeline. I don't care. As we're talking about this, episode 1 was just released. And it has got, I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if it already has thousands of listens.
Well,
Probably.
it took forever to upload to Apple Podcasts because I'm just going to come out and say it. I didn't do it correctly.
Oh, it was you? We were waiting.
Guys,
Hold up.
I don't know. I don't even know what was that.
This is the first time we
what
heard
was
about
it?
this.
I don't get it.
He
It doesn't work.
We've been waiting for 4 weeks, and then
Yeah. So the whole
Oh,
plan,
gosh.
the whole plan was to, we're like 7 episodes in. The whole plan was like, all right, let's get like 3 to 4 weeks worth of episodes recorded, so that whenever, for whatever reason, like last week, we just didn't feel like doing it.
yeah, I forget what we were
I
doing.
think we were all busy and we.
Yeah.
I had just come. Yeah,
Abe had
So anyways-
diarrhea.
probably.
Yeah, that sucks. But anyways, so we have a couple episodes under our belt, so if we need to like fall back on that, we can. So I uploaded everything to Anchor, which is what we use to
Shout out.
put our podcast up on all the things. Well, apparently with Apple Podcasts, you pretty much have to do it through Apple. Like, you have to link it up.
I thought Anchor does it included.
No, you have to like grab the RSS feed URL and go create an account and paste that in there and all this stuff.
Do we still have to pay for that, or is it separate now? Like,
What do you mean?
I
We don't pay for it.
I thought you had to pay to have a podcast on Apple.
No,
To
it's
host
free.
it.
No,
Oh,
it's free.
I thought doesn't the girls' podcast cost something?
Yeah, but they just pay for it because they don't need to. Anchor's free.
Right. Okay, so you're still using Anchor.
This is
but-
not an ad, but we are sponsored by Anchors.
Yeah, how many of y'all got sponsors? What? Anyways, we are a sponsored podcast.
But anyways, so I was thinking that it was going to take forever to upload a podcast because that's like generally what happens. Like the girls were saying that it took forever for their podcast to get up on Spotify.
Yeah.
Like it took weeks.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was like refreshing every day and wasn't up there. So I was thinking,
It's the boring air horn.
wow.
Sorry. Man.
So just tell everyone how you messed up.
It didn't work and that's it.
I didn't know that you had to do it through Apple.
But Trent, just to be clear, Trent never told us. So when he apparently finds out the other day, he's like, oh, it didn't upload. And I was like, oh, something must have went wrong.
Yeah, it
No.
did go wrong.
Trent just
And then it only took like
do it right.
It only took like 2 days or 3 days to upload. So we could have been up a long time ago.
We could have, but it's whatever. It's fine. Doesn't even matter. Anyways, Nathan, how you been?
Good.
Yeah? What's going on in Nathan's world?
Right now I'm just loading trucks and unloading trucks and loading trucks again and unloading them.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
There's a bunch of concerts, so I was doing that for all week.
Gotcha. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, it's been kind of a chill week. A lot of stuff going on this October. Some stuff coming up. Oh, I cannot wait. Before we get into like all today's topics, next week going to ACL. Bada bing, bada bo. Nathan, have you never been?
No.
If for those of y'all who don't know, ACL is Austin City Limits. It's
Everybody knows who it is, man. Shut up.
well, we got people from New York listening, and it's a big 2-week music festival. And so headed next weekend to go see some Laney. Shout out.
You're just gonna go to take pictures on your Instagram.
Yes, I am. And then Mumford and Sons. We saw them 2 years ago, Trent. 3 years ago, almost.
Yeah, we
And-
saw Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
What was that one band called? The Son of a Bitch.
Oh gosh,
Drake.
that's
Matthew McConaughey.
No, Matthew McConaughey came out and introduced Willie Nelson with the armadillo in his hand.
Yeah, total Matthew McConaughey.
But Mumford and Sons is,
they were great.
yeah.
They're closing out again, so that'll be a fun way to end the weekend and go see them. Take some really cool shots. Get
Lighting guy
My
said he
likes.
ate an armadillo.
What? Ew.
Yeah.
Why would you eat an armadillo?
Our boy at front of house.
Can't you have leprosy if you eat an armadillo?
They are known to
They carry
be
it.
able to carry leprosy. I don't think they all have
They don't
leprosy.
all. They're
I
not born
that
with
would be
it.
very
I
scary
think
if
it'd be
leprosy
horrible.
was like that common.
I don't think leprosy in the Bible is the same as leprosy as it is today. I don't think you get scales and die or something. I don't know.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
I'm sure.
I don't know, Nathan. Never met anyone that has leprosy, so it doesn't offend me. I feel like it's good.
I did see a video of this guy who hadn't showered like in I don't know how many, like 18 years.
There's plenty of those around North Star
Yeah,
Mall.
he lives like in some other country somewhere, and he looks like he is a tree that grew out of the ground.
Because he's that dirty?
Yeah, he's so dirty that it looks like
Yeah.
he looks like tree bark.
Ooh.
And then also I think he smokes. He has a little pipe, and he smokes like dried up animal remains.
Interesting.
So poop.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
He smokes that, and dude, it's like a video of him on YouTube. He looks like a tree bark guy.
Weird.
I back up all my iPhone photos through Google Photos.
Uh-huh.
But when I was living in New York, I took a picture of this guy's feet.
You lived in New York?
Yes.
Crazy.
And I'm
Keep going.
actually going to be there next week, and I'm super excited.
Shout out.
But yeah, so I took a picture of this guy's feet because they were so disgusting.
Ugh.
It was nasty, but it backed up. So like I'll be like scrolling through my phone, like looking for something from like 2017, 2018, and I always freaking look at that.
Yeah, you sent that to me. It was on the subway.
Dude, it was so
I remember that picture.
nasty. I'm pretty sure he was barefoot too. I don't think he
He had like a
he has
sandal,
sandals on.
but the sandal wasn't a sandal. It was just like the dead skin layer, just
That's-
protecting his foot, from the elements.
One of my favorite videos, which I'm going to look up because that has to be on here. I'm going to find it. When we went to New York and we had that guy who was playing that song. I got a basketball game tomorrow, and he was doing it on his little recorder. Y'all keep talking. I got to find this video.
dude,
It's
I
it's
do
worth
remember
it.
that.
I got a basketball game tomorrow.
He was playing the recorder. He was playing the recorder in like it was like East Village or something, like something over there.
We were over off of East Village by St. Mark's Place, about to get on. Oh, look at this! I'm so good. I already found it. Or I think I did.
It was
somewhere.
like it's kind of impressive
Dude,
because
recorders are so funny to listen to in real life. The sound of a recorder,
Let's see. I'm gonna airdrop this to
he's
y'all.
not gonna be able to put it up.
Even if it sends an iCloud link. Oh, you're right,
Dude, I
Dang
love
it.
that song.
That's what I think the guy
Just play it on
thought.
the microphone.
Okay, hold up. Here we go. Let's.
Also, I hate on the new iOS how when you play a video, it's muted.
And it auto starts.
It auto mutes it and auto starts it.
I'm gonna turn off that auto start. Apple.
Oh,
Not a
wait,
cool
you can turn
feature.
it off?
Yep.
I need to do that.
I did
immediately.
notice that like everything's muted. It's kind of annoying.
Listen to the confidence of this person playing the recorder in public.
All right, here we go.
How did you find that so fast?
I got a basketball game tomorrow. Got a basketball game tomorrow.
Wait, how do you know that he's playing that?
So
It just sounds like
this guy is literally just
It's
standing
not
in
gonna
the.
focus.
Well, it's fine.
Yeah, move your
He's
phone back. Move your phone
standing
back.
in the middle of the subway platform. For those of y'all watching on YouTube, you can see my little phone, and you don't really need to see much else. But he's literally just in the middle of this subway platform, just playing.
Dude, he knows like 7 notes, and he's just playing it over and over again.
Oh yeah, but he's got it. I mean, kudos to him. I just had somebody message us. One of my friends wants to see more of you, Nathan. They said we just watched the podcast, and they go, "Why can't we see Nathan?" So, Victoria, I'm sorry. I don't know why you can't see Nathan, but it's always going to be a mystery.
Who's
here,
that?
Our friend Victoria from Colorado. I don't think you ever met her, but she wants to know, why can't we see Nathan? They know you by name already, Nathaniel.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you're famous.
You're famous. Just like the guy on the subway playing that recorder.
Dude, okay.
Hey, do you think we would get shut down if any one of us was playing like, let's say we were outside of like local coffee doing that? How fast would somebody be like, "Hey man, shut up"?
They'd probably come out and ask us, is it true that you got a basketball game tomorrow?
Yeah, man, that's what. We should do that.
Was that a Vine?
Dude, think about
It's
it.
a
Like,
Vine, that little kid.
when are people most annoyed? Think about like the most annoyed people was the local crew on Thanksgiving. So you imagine going on Thanksgiving Day, it's slammed,
Oh.
and you go out there and play the flute. Can you imagine?
Why do
dude?
they
The
make
guys
them
are gonna
work
be
on
So
Thanksgiving?
mad. I know, right? It was. I'm guilty. I went in there on
They're
Thanksgiving.
money hungry.
Money, money, money. You know what? I worked on Thanksgiving in Apple, and I was fine with it.
I will actually be working on Thanksgiving this year too, but I get done at like 10.
Dude, I
Wait,
work on
where are you
Christmas.
working?
You know,
I just work in the morning. It's like
It's
a morning.
fine.
It's a morning thing, and I get done by like
Wait, like-
like 10 a.m.
They have a service on Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
Dude, why?
Churches, why do you have a service on Thanksgiving? Anybody who works at a church or whatever, can you please review this podcast with why do you have
Hey, man.
services on
Hey, man.
Thanksgiving?
I had to mix
Hey, man.
live on Christmas,
Hey,
man,
man.
for like 2 years in a row.
Hey man, you know some people don't have families.
That's cool, but the whole church, like, why would
Well,
you?
they don't want to ruin it for everybody, you know?
Yeah. Jeez. Guess
Hey.
what? I'm going to be single without kids when I'm 55, and you're not going to see me at church on Thanksgiving. You're going to see me
I don't know,
probably.
man. You might want to go. That's terrible.
You're going to see me mooching off somebody else's Thanksgiving lunch. Probably still be at the Hernandez house eating their Thanksgiving. And I don't mind that. They make great stuff. So
Actually, yeah, man.
I'll be at the Hernandez.
I always feel real guilty when we go there before we go Black Friday shopping, and they're always like, "We don't want to eat any of our food. Never want to come eat our food." And it's like, I literally just ate with my family. I'm sorry.
Dude, the Hernandez are the most like hospitable people I've ever met.
And don't you dare not eat their food. Though.
Yeah,
'Cause
you gotta
I've
eat
been
their
living with that
food.
curse for over 10 years.
Oh, man. Well, they make some good stuff. So they have about 5,000 chairs in that house. I don't know how they fit everyone, but it's
Yeah, they
just
do have a
like-
lot of chairs in there.
It's like, yeah, we're expecting this family member, and
They're
then
really
their second cousin, and then the entire church is coming over, but they're all coming over in sections, and then we're all going to go Black Friday shopping. So
They're really good at hosting.
it's good. I want to be like that when I get older. Kids
Dude.
or not, I want to have the house where everyone walks in and says, "Yay, you're here, what you doing?" Like, that's what I want. I want people to come over and do
So it's going to be a mess, in other words.
Exactly. I'm going to have exactly what I have in my fridge now, which is like a bag of half-empty grapes, some cucumbers, some Brita water.
You got to have that little box of baking soda in the back.
Is this expired? Nope, still absorbing
There's always
smells.
like a pickle jar with one pickle, but you're never
I've
going
got
to
a
eat it.
pickle jar with
Dude,
one
it's
pickle.
full of water. You're not going to eat that pickle, man.
It's already like started evaporating, so you got the little water droplets on the top of the pickle jar.
Remember in Living Color? I think it was Jimmy Fox was playing that. He played that homeless guy with a jar of pickles.
Jar of pickles.
I don't think, whatever.
The ASMR lady, this pickle is so freaking
Oh,
good.
that's so
This pickle. But anyways, so I don't know how we got there from the guy on that recorder, but did y'all, this kind of segues nicely into our topic and our theme today. We're going to be talking about nostalgic things from when we were little kids, teenagers, maybe talking about some of like firsts as a kid and whatever. But did
Street
y'all ever
chores.
play the recorder as a kid? Did y'all have to play that in school?
Yeah, man. 4th grade. We
Yep.
had like music class.
Remember, I had Mr. Zabronsky, Arnold Elementary. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I do not want to rent a recorder. I want to buy it. It's my
rent
first.
them?
Yeah, well, you rent them there at the school.
Dude, they're made out of plastic. Man.
Well, back in the day, they were like hardcore.
Little
like
kids couldn't have. Oh, that's sad.
they were made
man.
out of like resin.
We'll do the
like,
payment plan.
Legit.
It's like, come on.
Yeah, you can like
Put
rent
it
the
on
school
layaway.
one. You just couldn't keep it. It was like whatever. So I bought my recorder. It came in a sick blue bag.
Dude, mine was that recorder.
The blue bag. It
The
was like
blue
a beige.
bag, and it had like a little ring zipper on it.
Yes.
Oh,
Was it beige?
Yes.
Dude, that beige record. You know that wasn't even plastic. That was like a nice resin.
It was a nice elephant ivory.
Yes, dude.
Dude.
And I know $25 as an adult is like cool, $25. But as a kid, I was like, dude, I
probably made out
have
of
got
like-
the world in this little vinyl blue bag
Yeah,
with
mine
the
was
ring
like rhino
zipper.
horn or something, man.
Right. Yeah, and it had some big white font on the bag and all that. But yeah, we used to play that. I learned how to play Hot Cross Buns. I feel like that's a song everyone learned how to play. Yeah, and
Dude, it's
I killed
almost like that guy in the subway.
yeah, except
It's almost the
he's-
same song.
Yeah, the only difference was for him. He was just
Dude,
promoting his basketball
the guy on
game
the subway,
tomorrow.
the guy on the subway, he was blowing way too hard.
Dude,
did
that's
that
my
little
favorite sound.
does that little
Like,
whistle thing?
when somebody doesn't know.
Oh, come on! How's it gonna mess up?
That one.
The best.
It blasts like a trumpet, but not really.
I love how it sounds like his voice is cracking, but it's the.
See, I think my brother got a recorder, but I had the trumpet, man. I played trumpet in second grade,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember going to the like what do they call them?
The nurse's
Concerts?
office? Oh.
clinic.
What are the concerts called?
Oh my gosh! The performance. You had a rehearsal.
Yeah, I had a recital, and I didn't know how to read music. I straight up, I don't even know how I was in the class.
Dude, middle
And I
school
got-
band is the best.
Dude, and I got moved to the front.
Oh,
Like somebody didn't show up and they're like, "Hey, we need you to sit in the front." And I was like, "Oh no, I don't know how to play." So, dude, I didn't want to like make it sound bad, which I don't know
You
why.
faked it, man.
Middle
Dude,
school
I
bands are
faked-
horrible.
I was just like,
Faked it, dude.
no, you
Dude, that
You weren't
happened
even
in
playing?
middle school, man. Everybody like didn't read them. They didn't do their homework.
you were just.
And during the concert, like nobody
I was
played. There was like one guy.
I was
like,
probably
holding
doing.
it up.
I was probably doing the whole like with your cheeks.
He takes the freaking trumpet off of his mouth and like looks around. Dude,
He's like, oh my gosh.
probably does not come as a shock to all of y'all, but I was not in band. I was in choir.
Percussion, dude. Played the cymbal, man.
I
I would
wish
hit
I-
it on the wrong time.
I got made fun of for being in choir. I was in the 6th grade all boys choir, and that's why I quit. I quit it after 1 year because people were making fun of
What
me.
school has
Bunch of dudes, man.
What school has choir? I'd never
Middle
been
school?
to.
My high school had choir.
Almost every
Yeah.
school has choir. Choir is like a thing. It's legit. Everyone has a
Man.
choir.
Yeah, and somewhere
Yeah.
along the lines they start singing, Star Wars. That
We did. We
Everybody
had
sings
the-
that thing
With
It's
their
like-
voices?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Do you remember a few years ago when
Dude, I would have killed it in that. I
The-
make weird like saxophone noises all day.
Watch Me Whip? Remember when those kids did Watch Me Whip? Watch me, nay, nay.
That's cringe.
Watch me whip. Watch me, nay, nay. Here, I'm going to look it up. Y'all keep
Yeah,
talking
but
about
that
choir.
has words. That makes sense. Star
Okay.
Wars is an orchestration piece.
That's
That's how they do it?
Yeah, they
Dude,
would do stuff like that.
How did I miss that?
And are you looking? There we go. Okay, we're gonna pull this video up. You can listen to it or watch it. The full experience. Watch.
Dude, this is so.
They hit good harmonies in a bit. This blonde kid in the middle is hilarious. Look at it. Here we go. Get to the chorus.
Can you imagine you're a parent and you walk in and that's what you see? I would get him out of there.
Here we go.
Oh.
This kid.
Dude, he gets so low.
Watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, 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 watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me, ooh, watch me, watch me.
Stupid.
That's ridiculous.
But those harmonies were good. I would, if I was there at my little brother or sister's choir concert and that came on and I didn't know, dude, that would be like the most like, well, it was like the most like video on Instagram. But anyways, I thought that was awesome.
Dude, that teacher playing the piano,
Dude,
though,
I know
man.
the piano player.
She could be in a. She could be playing keys for like Wiz Khalifa or something. You know.
She probably is nowadays. I just want to know who that little blonde. That for some reason makes me think of. I feel like he kind of looks like your little brother.
Dude, he does.
He does.
Yeah,
My
man.
little brother looks exactly like that.
Oh man. But
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we have a bunch of bad
I know
recorders.
you're Nathan's looking up some funny stuff right now. You got to do
Titanic.
no, there's an account. There's an account. It's called I think
Universal.
it's literally called Shitty Flute.
Oh.
It's a whole entire account on YouTube full of look,
there
dude.
it is.
I already
the Titanic theme. I want to hear that.
All right, so this channel, look, it's got only 535,000 views, but click on the channel and see how many videos it has. 285 videos. They do covers
Why do we not think of this stuff?
on the recorder.
We could literally
Dude,
be thousandaires
Will
right now.
Smith's Wild Wild West. That's gotta be,
Do
who has a ridiculous
There's
song,
a Titanic one on there.
oh, do the sicko mode. That one's probably pretty funny.
Oh my god. This is you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Okay, go to another one.
Dude, I can't.
Dude, I'm gonna get the hiccups.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I can't breathe.
Oh, the hiccups.
All right. Sorry. All right.
Dude,
There's
dude, Slipknot duo.
Why is that?
go down. Go down.
Oh, come on, man.
Is that a kazoo?
No, that's dumb. All right.
Titanic.
I think it's more funny when you least expect the flute to come in, so like the music is good, and then it just comes in.
Go to Ariana Grande, Seven Rings.
All right, maybe this has.
What is this pre? All right, it better be good.
They insert a flute down it. Come on. It's in stereo, man. Wow.
When it gets all loud. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Bad.
Oh my gosh. I have the hiccups now.
Yeah, I think that Grinch one is.
I still love
that takes the cake, man. That's the one. Dude.
I still love the Fox intro, the Fox 21. The bum ba-da-da-da, bum 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 bum.
Man, this guy.
Sorry,
gets-
guys. I have to hold my breath for like a little while because I have the hiccups.
Gosh.
This is like this,
You have a
this, is
recorder?
like, this is like the fourth time I've had hiccups today.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Okay, well, anyway, I don't know why the stuff with the flute is just really funny.
Gosh.
So I discovered. Sorry, guys, you're just gonna have to live with me having hiccups. So when I worked in New York at the coffee shop, we would take our lunch breaks. We only had 30-minute lunch breaks, and so we would eat our lunch in the office, and we had an iMac in the office. And whenever we were done, like we'd watch YouTube videos on our break, dude.
He's got the hiccups, and we're recording.
So whenever we would leave, we would get off lunch. We would always put stupid YouTube videos on, so that when somebody walked in the office, there would always be something weird playing, and that was one of the things I discovered.
This is gonna. Can you amplify that sound whenever we post this? I want to hear every.
ZZ Top?
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun,
but
dun.
that's like, it's not the same. It's not the same as like, something
gotta
about
be-
that.
it's
It
gotta
has to be like, this
right
is out
out
of
of-
control, dude.
Here's what it is. Right out of the gate, it has to be really, really like busy and complicated.
That's the best one. That guy's not even trying, man.
It's probably really hard to play like that.
It's.
Dude, I'm not going to talk. Y'all talk.
Yeah, that's enough of the flute, but
Oh my gosh. Anyways, but yeah, so played the recorder. That was like my thing in elementary school. I felt like I was so cool because I played the recorder. I probably can't remember any of it today, but yeah, I remember elementary school, man. That was the day. That's what we're talking about a lot today, all that kind of stuff. And so, how old? What year were y'all born? Y'all are
91.
91? Gosh, 88. Oh, gosh, I'm only 3 years older than y'all. I don't know why I felt like I was like 4 or 5 years older than y'all. But while Trent tries to gather himself and get rid of the hiccups. Nathan, where'd you go to elementary school? Was it here in... What are you even watching? Hold on, I'm watching Nathan get ready to show something on the screen.
No. I'm
But-
trying to find a specific video. Go on. I'm
Where
listening.
did you grew up in? Where? McAllen?
Mission, Texas.
Mission, Texas, and all that. How were you? Explain yourself as a child. Like, what were you like? Give us like the overview.
I hung out at my grandparents' house. I ate a lot of tortillas. Loved Pokemon cards. Something called. Me and my brother used to play. What are they called? What are they, like these animals that would like morph into? Was it Transformers? But they were like
Animorphs?
Animorphs.
No. It wasn't that.
That was the books, right?
No. It was called Beast Wars or something like that. It was like a knockoff of the Transformers or something like that.
Interesting.
And yeah, so it was Pokemon, Game Boy Color.
Dude, what color Game Boy did you
Nintendo
have?
64.
What color
It was
Game
like
Boy
a
color
green
did you have?
bluish, like a teal colored
That's
one.
the one I had.
Yep. It was a good one. Just Pokemon cards, eating lots of tortillas, sleeping over at grandma's house.
Your abuela's house.
Nathan and I have very similar upbringings, although we did not. Well, I wouldn't say upbringings. It's just like,
We would have been friends.
yeah, we would have been friends. We were into the same thing.
Yeah.
We were the same age. So,
Are y'all old enough? I mean, I get it, I'm only 3 years, but things changed. Things progressed so quick. Did y'all have the old Game Boy, the gray one with the green screen?
I didn't, but
Okay.
I played it a bunch. There was a neighbor across the street who would come and watch us.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a young kid.
Yeah.
When my mom would like go to the grocery store and stuff, and he had one, and I remember playing Tetris and
Dude, yeah, I had Tetris. That was my first game.
I had something called a Game Boy Pocket, and it was like black and white.
Yeah, it's
And
so
it had
that's like
like
the
a-
original, but just smaller.
Yeah, it had like a contrast kind of thing. You could
Yeah.
Game Boy Pocket.
You could like
really.
fade it in how dark and light it was in the back or whatever.
And then the next thing, bro, it changed my world. In sixth grade, it came out. That Game Boy Color. Whap, 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 whap. Gosh. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Game Boy Color.
Dude,
did
so
y'all?
the Game Boy Pocket is just it's just like the Game Boy Color, but it's black and white. It's
Exactly.
like
yeah.
same size.
It's just thinner. So it was super thin because that original Game Boy was like
It's like a
freaking
brick.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I never had the Game Boy Pocket, but I did have a Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. I had the Pokemon edition, the one with the little Pokeball as the red light, the power light. Yo, I got that limited. So what was funny about that one is I was at Walmart with my mom. It was almost Christmas time. And I remember there was a person's cart with it in it. Like back in the day, they used to have to like unlock it from like the shelf and they would put it in your cart and then you'd have to go pay for it. Mm-hmm. There was a person's cart and they left their cart alone for like 3 minutes. And I took it from, because it was sold out. Like that Game Boy you couldn't get. And I took it from their cart because I saw them walk away from their cart. And I went and gave it to my mom. And I was like, Mom, look at Mom. They have this thing. You know how when you were a kid and you wanted a toy, you would go and explain it to your parents? You're like, Mom, so you would never ask for it. But you'd be like, Mom, look at this toy. Like, how cool. Look, it does this, this, and that. Isn't that so cool? And you would hope that they'd be like, okay, yeah, just put it in the basket. And she was like, I explained it to her how rare it was, and she was like, "You want it for Christmas?"
sorry, guys.
And I got it for Christmas that year. She put it in the basket, took it, and somebody else didn't get it because they left their basket unattended. But
So your mom bought it right then and there?
yeah, she bought it. She was like, "But you're not. This is one of your Christmas gifts. You're not getting it till Christmas." And it was like 3 weeks away. I was
what?
like,
That's torture, though.
I know. Well, but I knew it. I was like, hey, I'd rather have it than like not have it.
I guess around Christmas time, there's no way you're getting one of those.
Yeah.
Like, that was your chance. So
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'll take this. And so, man, Game Boy used to be my jam. I used to play Pokemon all the time. I feel like that was it. I only played Pokemon. That was like the legit game for a Game Boy. Man.
I played Pokemon too. I also played Mario. Mario was my jam.
Yeah,
I don't
Mario was
remember
good.
which one it was. We had a bunch of Game Boys. So first Game Boy was the Game Boy Color. That was the first one that I owned. And then when we moved here, so we stayed at this lady's house. She was a babysitter because my mom worked nights.
Mm-hmm.
So we would stay at this babysitter's house. She watched like a bunch of kids. Like that was her business.
Yeah.
And right before we moved, like the night before, we were like leaving, and we were obviously we're never going to come back, and we couldn't find. Me and my brother couldn't find our Game Boys.
That's horrible.
Like, dude, they took it, man.
yeah,
Super pissed.
it's the worst.
But then after that, we got the Game Boy Advanced, like the clear purple one. It's like the
yeah.
side, like the controls are on the side.
It looks like an old like T-Mobile Sidekick.
Yeah, that's the best feeling Game Boy in your hands, but it doesn't have a backlit screen.
Gotcha. I thought that one did, or was that the DS?
You can mod it.
Okay.
You can mod it.
You
which-
can mod out your Game Boy.
Yeah, so I bought one like a couple of years ago, and I haven't modded it out yet. But I do want to put a. That was when they switched to the smaller game cartridges. So
Yeah.
like the Game Boy SP, you can play those games.
Yeah. Gosh.
And then after that we had. My brother bought a red Game Boy SP, like the foldable ones.
I was about to say, is that the one that folded like a little square? It was like a little old cell phone.
Yeah, and that thing was dope because we would be playing it, and my mom would come in, and this was like when we were homeschooled, so we were supposed to be like doing schoolwork and
Yeah.
like, playing Game Boy, and so she would come in, and we would
such a rebel.
we would turn the volume down and close it, and then it was like,
It was done.
oh, what are you guys doing? Like we didn't have to shut it off and like lose all of our
Yeah.
progress.
Gosh. Yeah, I remember that. Man, old school. Those were the days, man. Playing those little games.
Dude, video games were the
Taking
best.
down the Elite Four, man, on that Pokemon.
Dude. My favorite, though, honestly, N64. When N64 came out, for anyone that's like super young, sorry, you don't really attend this, but N64, I remember I think Mario 64 was like my favorite game because that was like the first like free roam game. You can come and go as you want. Like, yeah, Mario 64 was ridiculous, bro.
That game was like kind of creepy a little bit too. There's a lot of creepy
There's some scary stuff.
parts
in
of
it.
that game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those games where like your back tenses up because you're trying to like beat a level and like your whole body contorts and then you lose and you throw the remote and then you go at it again and just play.
What was your favorite game as a kid?
Ooh, favorite game? Like just video game?
Yeah, video game.
Gauntlet Legends.
Gauntlet Legends. I've never even heard of that.
Oh, dude, it's on N64.
Dance Dance Revolution. No.
Dude, Nate, here's the thing. Here's the difference between Nathan and I. At some point, like I want to say around 10, my mom started getting like she didn't let me play certain stuff, and so I didn't get to play a bunch of games.
I honestly,
blows.
so my favorite one. So I'm sure I had a ton as a kid, like Mario Kart and all that was a lot of fun. And then I got older, and I think the last PlayStation I ever had was a PS2. Yeah, it was a PlayStation 2.
The big one or the slim one?
The big one. Was that original one?
It was the one that would blow your eardrums out when you turn it on because
It's like
yeah.
it's that cube that pops up. And I forgot about that until a meme popped up the other day and was like, you remember this if blah, 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 blah. And I was like, dude, I remember. That was so loud. But I remember the game I used to play all the time. And I don't know how my mom bought it for us. I was probably a freshman, maybe, 8th grade. Grand Theft Auto 3. When it first switched into like the full 3D mode, Grand Theft Auto was insane. And I remember it got so much heat because it was like rated
M for mature, yeah.
but everyone wanted it to have the adult rating because there was some stuff in there that was like, oh, I don't even think as a freshman I should be doing this kind of stuff. And I remember my mom, she never paid attention to it, so she was like, oh, this is just playing this game.
The third one, that wasn't San Andreas, was it?
No, the third one,
San Andreas was the one that they had to change.
San Andreas, they changed to the adult. So you had Grand Theft Auto 3, then
But
you
they
had
had
Vice City.
They had like a sex scene in it or something, and then they made a version of the game that
For San Andreas?
right. That's what
I
happened,
feel like
right?
San Andreas went from mature straight to adult. Like they took it off the shelves and it went to adult. It was always adult from the beginning.
I want to say that they had to remove something from that game.
Probably so. But I remember I had 3 and my dad, I didn't even think about it, but my dad was standing behind me the whole time I was playing it. I didn't know he was there. And I don't even remember what I did, but I remember he just started yelling at me. He got after me real hardcore and then he got after my mom and my brother because he's the one that bought the game and all that. And then I just kept playing. But yeah, man, that game was dope.
The first Grand Theft Auto that I had was on the PlayStation Portable, the PSP.
Oh, gotcha.
It was Vice City Stories.
Yeah.
I had that game, and then I had 2 copies for some reason. Like somebody gave me their copy of the game, somebody gave me an SD card that had it on there digitally.
Yeah.
And I came home one day and it was gone. Like I'm pretty sure my parents like looked inside and saw what it was and they took it. And I was like, well, just have the digital version, so I'm just gonna play that.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, my parents were not. They were. It was like they heard about that game before I heard about it. So they were like, if you ever see that game, don't play it. And I was like, well, now I want to play
I
it.
gotta do it. Nathan, were you a Grand Theft Auto person?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Got in trouble because I think my parents saw us playing the game when we were like, I think we had tried that whole, you can pick up a stripper or something or on the side of the road and then I think at some point in the game we were like, oh, we have a baseball bat. It's the only weapon we have. And then, because we didn't have enough like leveled up to get like an actual gun or whatever.
Yeah.
So we just had the baseball bat, the worst happens.
Yeah.
And they saw it and we were just laughing and they were like, what are you all doing?
Dude, I feel like, it'll probably change if I ever have kids, but I feel like if my kids were playing that as a teenager, I'd be like,
it looked so bad. Like the graphics were so bad that
there's worse things you could be doing.
Than, this doesn't look real. This is hilarious.
It's like, do I really think my kid, super lame kid, is like going to go out beating prostitutes or whatever? Probably not. But
I remember we would talk about we were like, oh, dude, GTA, and my parents would be like, what is that? We'd be like, Gran Turismo Asphalt.
No.
It's a racing game.
Idiot.
They were like, oh, okay.
Ours was, y'all remember Cruising the World? Cruising USA?
Oh, yeah.
Cruising the world.
It's in every arcade ever. Any arcade that has pizza. Any arcade has like terrible pizza and balloons.
And it's the same Cruising the World or Cruising Exotica from like
Yeah, you always go level 1.
2001. And you double press the gas pedal to do some wheelies on that little car. Dude, Cruising USA, Cruising the World, that was dope. But, yeah.
Realistic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think my favorite game. I really liked Super Mario World.
Which one, though? Wait, on what platform?
On
Was it Super Nintendo?
Super
man.
Nintendo.
That's the one.
So there was
Yeah.
Super Nintendo. You had two different Super Mario Worlds. You had Super Mario World where it was almost like a board game. There were different lands that you would go to. Like you could collect a whistle, and the whistle would take you to land 3 instead. Here, I'm going to pull it up, and I'll show you.
I think it was just Super Mario World. That might be a different
and then
one.
there's like a different. I think it's part 2.
Because it was for
Okay, so
regular Super Mario World was the one that I played.
was it this one?
Yes.
Yeah, Super Mario World was dope, but then you had Super Mario World, was it 3?
Or 2.
No, this was it. Super Mario World 3 was
3.
dope. This one was amazing.
The graphics look worse on that one though.
It was supposed to look more like 8-bitty, but this one was... Nathan, do you remember Super Mario World 3?
I did not have that game, but I remember Super Mario.
This
Yeah.
is the one where like the sun would be chasing you around and all that. Yeah, it's Super Mario, but Super Mario World 2 was good.
When did this come out?
1905, one of those things. We're super old.
1905.
Some of these kids would never even know what these games are. I'm just saying.
That's the tiniest picture ever.
Dude, how come you can't blow up a picture on Google Images or on Google Map?
I think on the Mac.
Like, why can't you just blow it up?
You can.
No, like, it's so.
Oh, you can't do the plus thing.
There's
a shortcut for it. I really liked Super Mario World on Super Nintendo, and I bought a Super Nintendo, and I bought that game. And I have a couple other games, like Rojas bought me Zelda.
Never played.
That's a really good one.
I've never
should
played
play
a
it.
Zelda game.
We should play it tonight.
I have one called like it's not Mortal Kombat. It's another one. It's called like
Street Fighter?
No, it's called like something Instinct, like Killer Instinct.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah,
I feel like I know exactly what
I
you're
have
talking
one of
about.
those. That was a good bloody game, but it's not Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's equally as cool. Whatever.
I remember when
That
those
Gauntlet
movies
Legends,
came out.
man, on Nintendo 64. Gauntlet Legends, that's the one. You play with all your buddies.
Yes.
Back when you used to have your friends over in real life to play.
You want to come over and play video? Now you just hop online and play video games.
Dude,
or
it's-
like Black Mirror, you put
Dude.
that little burp on and you...
Oh, that was a horrible episode.
Playing with people online though is the best.
Really?
It's the best.
I've
thing
never
that's
done it.
Ever happened to video games? Yes. Because
I've never played a game online besides my phone.
dude, I play with my brothers all the time. They both
Words with
have-
Friends is all I do.
I remember playing Words with Friends when I first got an iPhone.
And then I got real bored because I'd be like, oh, I'm playing the same words all over again. XI, what can I put that one in?
I
Get some
played.
good letters.
I played all of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, like from the beginning.
Yeah. Tony Hawk, man. That's crazy. Yeah, being a kid was fun. We used to go to me and my buddy Vince, shout out. He's probably not even listening, but we used to go to Six Flags every day in the summer. We used to get season passes. It was the cheapest thing for our parents to do. They buy us a season pass to Six Flags, and our parents trusted us so much that we would walk to the bus stop. We lived down in like central San Antonio by like 410 and the I-10 interchange where like Malibu Castle used to be.
Dude.
And we would take a bus from there straight to Six Flags. We'd go to Crossroads. We'd walk to Crossroads Mall like a mile, and then we'd take a bus from there all the way up to Six Flags. And then at the end of the day, once the fireworks were done, we took the bus back home, and we'd walk back home. Bro, Six Flags all the time when we were little. That was like, I can't ride a roller coaster now without like being super sick, but man, Six Flags was dope. We used to miss.
Did you guys ever play Frogger?
I feel like in the arcades we did.
What about Spyro?
Spyro the Dragon, yeah.
I played
Spyro was
those.
good.
That was
Or,
a great game. Yeah, the first one ever was like really good.
Or Ratchet and Clank? Did y'all ever play that?
Nah.
My brother was into that.
Crash Bandicoot we did.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Donkey
Crash.
Kong. Dang, dude.
Yeah.
My brother Noe is Donkey Kong in my phone. He's always going to be Donkey Kong. I don't know why, dude. When I see Donkey Kong, I think of my older brother. I don't know. Is that weird?
No. Now that I think about it, your brother is Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Does he get mad like Donkey Kong and like stomp the floor and all that? Does he have anger?
He makes that noise Donkey Kong makes.
I don't know what noise. Can you replicate it for us?
You know what? Actually, if I look, it's one of my favorite sounds of all time.
You have it ready to go? Wow.
Hold on.
Donkey Kong sound?
That's got to be that. It's got to be. What does this sound like?
Let's see. Mario Kart.
Don't blow your ears out. What is that?
Is that the sound Noe makes? Dude, that looks just like your brother.
Noe, you look just like this. No, he doesn't. I'm just saying. That's just. I don't know what it is about Mario Kart. Whenever I hear that Donkey Kong sound when he throws a shell. It's like,
Mario
oh.
Kart was depressing too. When you're in first place and you get knocked by that blue turtle because one of your friends is a bad friend, you get that blue turtle right before you cross
It's
the
a
finish
shell,
line.
man, not a turtle.
That's a blue turtle shell. Yeah, you get that thing, bro. It's over. You're done. So, all right. So,
Sorry, I'm just looking up something that I realized I need to buy.
because you want to connect a gaming system.
No, so my TV doesn't have RCA inputs, but it has this like little input. It's like a one input, and then it splits out to all of the inputs, the video and audio RCAs.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, it's black and white. So I'm thinking the adapter's messed up. So
Gotcha.
I'm just remembering that I should probably order one.
Probably should. Okay, so moving on to next thing as kids. Now, this is a super like controversial thing now, like with a bunch of people, and everyone's got their own take. Raise your kids however you want. Were y'all spanked as kids? Mm-hmm. Were y'all like
Absolutely.
physically spanked?
Yep,
Yeah.
I was.
Man,
How was it? What did you get spanked for? Like
Belt.
what merited a spanking or a
it's
beating?
like just disrespecting your like the simplest thing, but you disrespect them.
I can't
if
see
you-
either
if
one
you,
of y'all
like,
disrespecting your
Raise
parents.
your
though.
voice and talk back at them like you own them or something. Oh, dude, it's over. It's over, man.
Yeah.
If I were to do that to my dad, and my dad's a good, solid dude, super nice.
You come from Hispanic
But he's
family
like-
background too.
He's the man of the house.
Yeah.
He's the dude. Like,
Trent,
disrespect
what about
him and-
you?
yeah, no
what
way.
was your reasoning for getting spanked when you did? Like, what did you have to do in order to get
so my mom spanked me a lot, like
spanked? Get it?
a lot. And it got to the point later in life where like
As an
we're like
18-year-old.
11, 12, and my
15.
mom would spank me. 15, 16, 17. No,
It's like
18 years old, my
yesterday.
Mom, don't spank me.
but like
I'm sorry.
it got to the point where she would spank me and it didn't hurt at,
Oh,
at
yeah.
all. But I remember my dad spanked me like, dude, I can only remember like maybe two or three times. One time I was in maybe second grade or third grade. I was probably in second grade. I had a binder and it had like all the papers in it, and I would draw. But somewhere in the middle of the stack of blank papers, I wrote, there was this girl who I liked, and ironically, I wrote, Jordan is a bitch.
Trent.
Just in the middle. No, hold on, I'm not done. I wrote that in the middle, and I was hanging out with my so-called friend, in second grade, and I was going to show him a drawing, and I flipped to that paper that said that in the middle of the. It was in the middle of the stack. Like, how the heck did I turn to that? And my friend told on me, and we were in the car, so I couldn't do anything. So my mom was like, "I'm telling your dad."
Did she tell your dad?
Yeah, and my dad spanked me.
Gosh, what a narc, man. I feel like I'm never going to rat on my kids.
I know that kid his name was Brandon. He was an asshole.
No, I'm talking about your mom. How dare she
Brandon, you
tell
suck,
you?
man.
Oh, no. I mean, my mom didn't want to do it. I don't know. I was like in second grade.
Dude, if my kid if I find out like my son like does something dumb like that, I'm going to be like, yo, that's freaking hilarious. But you cannot like.
The only other time my dad
that.
spanked me was we would vacation to, I don't even remember where, somewhere in California. We would go to the beach, but we'd go to this campsite and we would camp out of my dad's van.
Uh-huh.
And we would bring our like bicycles and skateboards and stuff, and we'd go to the skate park. Well, there was this skate park nearby, but it was like kind of far, like maybe half a mile away.
Yeah.
And dude, I was maybe 7.
Yeah.
And I brought my little brother, who was probably 5.5, 6. And I was like, hey man, let's go to this skate park. No idea where the skate park was. Absolutely no clue. And I took off with him, and he had a bike and I had my skateboard, and we were just navigating through the city, asking random people where the skate park was.
Sir, where's the skate park?
Well, eventually we found the skate park, but it was like sundown, like the sun was going down. So we got there and it was like, oh, man, it's getting really dark. We got to go back.
Because you had a basketball game tomorrow.
And at that point I was like, dude, it's really dark. Like this took way longer than I thought. Like they're for sure going to know that we left. And so I don't know how we got back, but we went along these train tracks. Maybe we were like parking by, I don't know. I went down these train tracks and we had to hop this fence, and my brother had his bike and I had my skateboard, and I was like, dude, you got to leave the bike, man. Like we got to go. We can't lift this bike over this fence. So we left the bike there and we got back, and my dad was so pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to go, he went and got the bike,
Yeah.
but I got spanked that night, and that sucked.
By who?
My dad.
Gosh. My dad
That was the
didn't-
first time I got spanked by my dad, I think.
My dad didn't do a lot of the spankings. He was a little bit more lenient. Like, he would come and talk to me if I messed up, got bad grades, or like had a bad like behavior report at school. My mom, though, so my mom is like full-blooded Hispanic or whatever. You wouldn't know by looking at her, listening to her, or anything, but like she'll go into like her Spanish like mode. And I remember my mom, she used to spank me on the butt, and then I started laughing, thinking like, oh, okay, I'll make her laugh. Well, then she made me, anytime I messed up, if it was like misbehaving at school, I rearranged some letters on the board one time in like 3rd grade to say the word penis instead. And teacher wrote me up, and I had to take, the worst part is I had to take a paper home to my mom that said what I did. And that was the worst, like was reading it the whole way home and being
She had
like,
to sign it, and you had to bring it back the next day.
uh-huh. So she read it. She repeats what I did. She's like, Abe, repeat what you wrote on the board. And I had to like say it back. And so I had to lay down on the bed. That's how my mom started spanking me from that point on.
Oh, this sounds violent.
I would lay down on my back, and my hands would have to be like under my legs, you know, so I couldn't flail, and my feet were there. Well, she had a wooden spoon, and she would spank the tops of my feet, like the bony part, like
Ow!
the top of your feet.
Dude, what kind of...
And it was horrible. That's why I'm flat-footed. But it was insane. And I remember like,
waterboard you too, man.
She water- okay, what did your mom do, Nathan? You got the belt. You literally got a
but,
belt.
Like, okay, this just sounds really medieval.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, okay. The belt's
See?
pretty bad.
The belt is horrible because
It's
they'd
all right.
snap that thing in front. They make you go grab the belt. They're like, you're gonna go pick it, and you're like, I don't want to pick the belt. But yeah,
And the
we
best
had
is
to
like
get
when
that.
you flinch and you move and
They're
you,
like, that wasn't good enough.
it wasn't good enough. I'm gonna get another one. And you're like, dude.
It's like, I'm trying here, Mom.
And then I would always do this thing when they go, no, 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 no.
Yep. I remember the worst spanking I ever got. Well, time out. Did y'all ever hit back?
No.
Hit back.
I would
Like when your parents hit you, did you ever hit them back? Bro, I
Hell
made
no,
I made
dude.
that mistake one time. I remember my mom, she had just slapped me. It was one of those things like where they're yelling at you and you just have to sit there like a dog. Like when you yell at Lucy, like they just sit there and just like, okay, all right. And I remember she slapped me and I don't know what came over me. I was so mad. So I popped up and I slapped her back in the face.
On the face. You slapped your mom?
I know. It was horrible.
Bet it felt great though, huh?
Thanks. I felt so bad. Like, it's one of those things that you do it and you immediately feel bad because that's your mom. Like, I would do anything
Yeah.
for my mom now. Like, my mom, you're the best person in the world. Love you so much. But I remember when I did it, number one, I felt immediately bad because I slapped my mom. And she got that, like, so angry, she started crying thing where it's just like, what did I do as a parent? Like,
That's you cutting the line straight to
Oh,
hell, man. You cut
and-
the line, dude.
I remember I got it even worse. Like, she just came right back at me. Like, she came right, and I just submitted. I was like, all right, I'm dead. I'm done. And, like, she
Uncle.
uncle. And then I got it again from my dad.
Dude.
Because my dad was like, if you ever slap, it's bad when they say, they don't even refer to her as mom. When they're like, if you ever slap my wife like that. And you're like, you mean my mom? Like, no, that's my wife. And I'm like, okay.
You're
like,
not our child anymore.
You're not my child. That's not
Dude.
your mom. That's my wife. I was like, okay. And I just remember I got it.
Dude, I don't think I
horribly.
ever got slapped. I always got spanked. My
Oh,
mom
I
always
slapped her
spanked
back.
me.
I remember I
I
didn't
never,
know what.
I never mouthed off though. Normally, when you get slapped,
Oh.
it's from mouthing off.
That's all I got in trouble. I called my mom. We'll censor it. I called my mom the B word one time in the car. I was in the backseat of our minivan. She wouldn't take me to the toy store like she had promised me, Ovilia Baranapur. And I was really upset.
You think about how stupid that is? You want to go to a toy store.
I know. The thing is, she said we would go, and she didn't go. So
she
it's on her.
She probably couldn't go because she was probably trying to support you
Yeah,
as a
no,
mother.
100%. That's the reason. And I remember I didn't know what that word meant, but I'd heard her say it a lot, and my dad. But I knew it was bad, and I knew it was over the top. So I was in the back seat, and I was like, "Ugh, you're such a," and I was like, and she immediately just like eyes looked at me in the mirror, and it kind of gave me that look of just kind of like, okay, all right. And I just remember like sinking into my seat. And that was the longest drive home. It was probably only 5 minutes, but it felt like it was hours because I was sitting there like, Abe, what the heck did you just do? Like, you're about to get destroyed. That might have been, honestly, the same day that I slapped her. I probably messed up a whole bunch. That I just got everything out of my system that one day, and I never did it again, I'm
Dude.
sure. But, all right, word to the wise, don't slap your mothers, all right? Don't ever slap your ma. Because, number one, they don't deserve it. They're your mom. Like, if I ever made my mom cry today, I feel like I would feel horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
My mom's a saint, dude.
yeah, my mom's the best. Mom's the best. Nathan, what about your mom? Wow.
No. Like,
Is she aight?
no.
Whatever.
Like, there's no words. How much like you appreciate your mom?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I
Moms
get
are
it.
the best. I think Trent and I, we won't say what we were talking about, but I know Trent and I had a real good conversation one time about our moms and how they like support us. And I remember we had a real serious talk one night. I remember we were just hanging out somewhere and we were like, dude, my mom's the best. Like, she's my ride or die. Like, she'll always do everything for me or whatever. Moms are the freaking best. So if you haven't told your mom you loved her, give her a phone call, shoot her a text, tell her you love her. So before we move on to the next topic, we're going to take a short little break. We'll be right back. During this break, listen to the ad, and then text her, call your mama. Get her on the phone. Anyways, we'll be right back.
What?
All right. Hopefully you called your moms, got a little bit of words of affirmation into her right there. So, oh, it's mine. I thought that was yours. Sorry. Lo siento.
This guy.
I know. But so
what was the weirdest thing you got spanked with?
ooh. I would say
I mean, my mom spanked me with a lot of things, but like hairbrush, that did not stand up.
oh, the brush.
The brush did not stand a chance, dude.
Oh my
it was
gosh.
like, I remember one time specifically, my mom spanked me with a brush. It broke, and she was pissed that it broke because it was hers. And then
Oh my
she
gosh.
went and got something else.
Yeah.
And it's like, you already gave me my spanking, though. Why am I getting another one? Because you broke the brush?
You broke the best. That was like a total like. I loved it though when something bad would happen to your parents while they're spanking you, like even though you know it wasn't gonna stop your pain, it was like a little bit of like pleasure. You're like, man, it sucks to be you, right? If only you wouldn't have spanked me. Yeah, I used to love that. Gosh.
But like my mom, it was a lot of wooden spoon. Mm-hmm. I got the belt a lot.
I never got the belt as much. It was always a lot of the spoon or slapping straight to the face, like after every sentence.
It was a lot of belt for me. And then at some point, this was mostly when I was wrongfully spanked a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because I would get roped into my little brother.
Yeah.
My little brother, he got spanked a lot, man. He was always in trouble.
Yeah.
But I got roped into a lot of stuff. And I remember at some point my mom would, she would go find little cedar trees, and she would cut them
Oh.
and then cut all. So it was like a switch, basically.
Yeah.
And, oh, dude, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Because it was like you'd have these little thin little lines, like, oh.
Yeah, my mom had an old rose bouquet with all the thorns on it, and so she would slap us on the leg with that. No, I'm just messing with you. She didn't do that.
I was like,
But,
dang, that's kind of dark, dude.
Nathan, what? I know you said belt. Like, what was your weirdest thing?
I didn't get spanked a lot.
Were you the
It's
good
a
kid out of all of
few
them?
Times, yeah. I think probably my older brother got it more than
Oh,
I
I
did.
could see Noe getting spanked
Really?
all the time.
Yeah, I didn't get it that bad.
Dude, my little brother,
really.
he was middle child for the longest time. He got in trouble.
Like it
the
happened
most.
a couple times, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be a good kid. So
Yeah, I could see that. I could see you being a good kid or whatever.
I like
So, oh no, I'm good. Thank you.
I like to color inside the lines,
Yeah,
outline with marker, real neat. Only shade one direction.
yeah. Gosh. Speaking of One Direction,
The band.
the band. I don't know if they're doing concerts or anything, but it's another good segue. That went all over the place. Growing up, what was the very first like legit concert you ever went to? Like
Now that's what I call
legit.
music commercials.
Oh my! Now that's they're on a now that's what I call music like 75.
Dude, it's all about that first CD, man, with Casey and JoJo, man.
You remember that?
I used to have it.
Now that's what I call it's. Now that's what I call. They're at a 100 already. Well, who's still buying these music? Who's still buying these CDs?
I don't know, man.
I'm trying to think of the first concert I went to.
Man. Yeah, the very first like legit concert. I'm not talking about the free ones that used to be at the mall where it was like Mix 96.1, come watch Maroon 5. Like the legit like you bought a ticket, you went.
Rush.
What a great one, dude.
I know.
I'm like trying to think of one that
I
I
went to Rush with my two uncles. It was the best concert ever, and we're all huge like Rush fans, so it was amazing.
Dude, the first concert I went to was like some bullshit Christian band. Ooh. Like, I can't even remember. It was like Skillet or some stupid like that.
Skillet was dope. I saw them at
Dude,
Six Flags.
That's not lame.
That was like boom,
They have, like-
Jesus,
Pyrotechnics and all kinds of cool stuff.
It wasn't Skillet though. It was somebody else.
It was probably
well,
Skillet,
Don't make
Pillar.
Don't make them look bad. This guy.
It could have been Pillar. They were all in that like same genre. Skillet, Pillar, Cutlass. Dude, all those Christian rock
We don't
bands.
cut our wrists.
They used to have that free concert at Six Flags every summer. used to go all the time when I just learned and experienced the Lord.
I'm trying to think of the
Shout out.
first
LRT.
good concert I went to. That because like the church concerts were, it's like they weren't really
You can
a
only
concert.
see Canton Junction so many times.
It wasn't a con. It was like on a Wednesday night when you were already gonna be there for church.
Yeah.
I think the first real concert I went to was The Devil Wears Prada or something like that.
The movie?
No, the band, the metal band.
That movie's
I didn't
better.
start going to concerts until I was like 18.
The guys that sound like pterodactyls.
They don't sound like pterodactyls.
That's what it is. Josh Boren used to play that for me all the time. He's like, you've got to listen to this. I'm like, dude, this is the worst music I've ever listened to. But that's, it teach their own, right? Mine was, y'all are going to make fun of me. I don't know what to say. That said a bad word.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Lose our sponsorship.
Dude, they ruined it, man. They made it all like sound.
Sorry,
Sorry, this is the one.
Oh my gosh.
When I was in high school, I listened to a lot of metal.
This is the worst music ever. Like, what is...
Dude,
I would
you
live-
don't even know, man.
Well, I don't.
You
but
don't
I
even know the fucking drama that I went through in high school. I related to this music.
Oh, gosh. Why even this music? Jeez. Okay. While you look up a song, can y'all take a guess at who my very first concert was? This was 2003.
The
No,
Wiggles.
John
The
Mayer.
The Wiggles.
John Mayer.
2003.
The Wiggles.
No.
The Wiggle.
Wiggles World at Six Flags, yo. It was a girl.
Taylor Swift.
No.
I don't know. She probably was not.
Kelly Clarkson.
No. Think of wannabe punk.
Avril Lavigne.
Dude, yeah. My friend in high school had tickets and they were like, you want to go? And I was like, yeah, I'll go. In my very first concert.
How was it?
This guy knew every word to.
How was it though?
He
Was
was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy.
No, how was the production quality?
Oh, it was good. You
was
could tell
probably
like
great.
the decibels and all that were like insane.
No, like
Oh, it was a good concert. I'm not gonna lie. It was the first one I went to. I was
It
like,
probably
dude, this
was,
is
man,
legit.
Honestly.
And then the weirdest concert I ever went to, but I ended up really liking it. I won tickets on Mix 96.1, shout out, for, why am I blanking right now? Oh, Katy Perry. And I went to her like California. That was a fun concert. But anyways, that wasn't my first. But
Dude,
first concert was
I
Avril
always
Lavigne.
called into Mix 96 when I never freaking made it through.
Yeah, what the heck, Russell Rush? Gosh.
Dude,
You trust your body ideal, so should I. Or something like that.
Who was oh, I listened to 96.7.
Was that the beat? No, that's 98.5. 96.7 was like another top 40 station, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was kind of like Mix 96.1.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I always called and never got through. That's when I like started listening to The Killers in like 2003 or
Is the Killers coming out of my cage?
that
and
guy's so
I'm doing
monotone.
just
Though.
fine, boys,
He's like,
blah, blah, blah,
I feel like he doesn't change the notes when he sings. He's like singing the same note throughout the whole song.
I'm going to stand because my Apple Watch is telling me to, but keep going.
seriously, dude. You're gonna let a computer tell you what to do?
Wait, why do you need to stand up? It's saying you have like.
It reminds you every hour. It says, hey, get like a nice minute of standing in. Look, I'm trying
Why?
to watch out for my health right now.
No, but why do you need to stand up? I don't get it.
It gets your blood circulation kind of going, so you need to stand for like a minute.
Do
So
your
just
toes
kinda
get
like-
inflated or something or what?
Dude, have you ever been on a plane wearing like Chacos or some type of shoe and you get up and you're like, why are my shoes so tight? It's because you're sick.
I'll be
for so
honest.
long.
I take my shoes off on planes all the time, but I'm mostly always wearing socks.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's why the plane smells like butt and cheese, man.
No,
That's
dude.
your fault.
What are on your feet, Nathan?
Dude, my shoes smell good, dude. And I've had my shoes for 2 years.
Yeah, mine smell fine, but I'm just saying, like,
I
you
got
know?
them fresh socks, dude. Nothing's better than putting on fresh socks.
Nathan, what was your first concert?
Rush.
Oh.
It was at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater.
Oh, dude, that was one of the best concert venues in San
Yeah,
Antonio.
and
And then they
somebody-
sold it out.
Someone bought it. Ugh.
It was a church for a little while, which, okay, I guess.
Dude,
it's
it
a
was an
church.
awesome like outdoor pavilion with the It was amazing.
That's where I saw Taylor Swift when she was opening for bands. I saw her open for Rascal Flatts, and I was like, nah, she might be popular. Look at her now.
Yeah. No, that
Shout
Rush
out.
concert was amazing. It opened up with Limelight. It was the best.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Rush is.
Oh, dude. Well,
Like, just name one of their songs for me. Sing one of their songs. Like, do it in your mic, dude.
it goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, like that for like 25 minutes.
Is it a rock band?
Yeah.
We don't want to get demonetized.
Will that happen?
Living in the limelight.
Were we not gonna get demonetized? 'cause
Dave
of-
doesn't know who freaking Rush is, man. He didn't know who Joe Rogan was till like 4 weeks ago.
I have already had people message me.
Dude,
Oh,
That's all I'm
okay.
gonna play.
Look,
Can't get demonetized.
I've already
for that.
gotten people ask me, "You didn't know who Joe Rogan was?" Man, roasting me just because I don't know who some person was. I'm sorry that I was too busy living life.
my
through
mom didn't
my
let me go to
lens.
concerts, man. I'm trying to remember. I'm asking a friend of mine.
Did you go to Warp Tour?
I did go to Warped Tour, but that was not the first concert I went to.
Oh. I saw Simple Plan. I thought I was such a punk. I wish I could show you a picture from high school. Yo, I looked ridiculous. I had the spiked hair. I looked like
Nathan.
I worked at Hot Topic.
Nathan, I need you to look something up.
Okay.
Okay, this isn't the first concert I went to, but this was like I started going to concerts. I went to this. Look
Chariot?
up Insomnia Fest, 2010 or something.
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Oh, this looks
No, look at
horrible,
You gotta
dude.
look at promo or something like that. Was it called Insomnia? It was called Insomnia. You gotta look at the promo. Delete the year and or type in Kid Cudi after it.
Boo, 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 boo. Oh, yeah.
Dude, what year was that,
Boo,
man?
boo, boo. Is that Kid Cudi? Yeah. Boo, 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 boo. Is that Kid Cudi? Baby.
No,
Nah, Kid Cudi's got
maybe
Day and
2000.
Night song.
Maybe 2011.
Day and night. I want to go to school all day and night.
Maybe do 2011.
Well, y'all look up that video. Yeah. Y'all will probably...
I went to this festival called Insomnia Fest,
Uh-huh.
and it was basically a giant rave out in like somewhere outside of Austin.
Yeah.
And we drove out there, and it was just like a bunch of dubstep. It was crazy, but I mean, there was people like doing acid and like it was nuts. But that was one thing that I went to that was
Nocturnal?
pretty crazy. No, it was Nocturnal Fest. Yeah, do Nocturnal Fest like 2009 or something. Oh, dude, you get the one with the worst quality.
That's all that's there, man. It's 2010.
No, you gotta look at the promo. Do Nocturnal Fest promo or something like that. They only did it for like 3 years or something. 2011. The official trailer. Do the first one, I guess. Dude, I can't believe I went to this.
Nocturnal Fest. Oh. Yeah.
I don't know where this was. Dude, there's like, it's a rave, man.
Is it just a bunch of EDM?
Yeah, it's it was when dubstep was getting like
Oh.
super popular.
Yeah.
There was like all sorts. It was like the best place to do acid, probably.
Oh my gosh.
I remember going to that, and I got in so much trouble.
That looks like a bad time, man.
It was pretty cringy, but
The best, I went to a Dead Mouse concert at ACL. Yo. Bass Nectar.
oh, dude, I was there. That was insane.
Dude, can you imagine how many subs they probably blow at those things?
dude, it was nuts.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Bass Nectar. That was a good one. I didn't really see anybody else that I really liked,
Yeah.
but Bass Nectar was pretty sweet. It's like, I mean, Dead Mouse is probably
oops.
the most popular and most relevant still today. I don't know who Marshmello is.
Marshmallow's dope.
I never listened to him.
Marshmallow's got some.
We're just friends. So don't go look at me with that.
Marshmallow's got some good remixes too, though.
That's what is Ultra? We're gonna get demonetized.
Oh gosh, pause it. Anyways,
That was the first festival I went to, and then I went to, and then I did go to Warped Tour, which they're not doing Warped Tour anymore, right?
it's just like they
It's
do
done?
1 or 2 stops a summer, but it's not like traveling every week. It's like you have 2 big shows in the summer. Let's see, Warp Tour 2019. Yeah, it was just a thing. Thank you for 25 years.
What's funny-
My least favorite kind of music. It just sounds like noise to me.
Yeah, it kind of is, but it's like club music.
Yeah.
It's funny, like when I first like started listening to music, which was really, I mean, when I was little, I stole a couple of my mom's CDs. I stole 3 of her CDs.
Yeah.
It was my mom listened to some sweet music in the 90s. I stole Nirvana's Nevermind, Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style, and Coldplay Parachutes. And those are the first CDs I ever listened to. But when I really started like listening to music on my own, like not influenced by what my mom was listening to, it was pretty much in like middle school, high school, and I started listening to like metal music. But now I just listen to like 70s, 60s, and 70s, 80s, like the old stuff, like Steely Dan, which I'm going to go see Steely Dan.
That's a good concert to go to.
I'm so excited. So they had they're doing a 9-day residency, and they've canceled 3 of their shows. So they're
3
only
of them?
doing 6. Yeah. And Gaucho was one of them. But the one I'm going to has not been canceled, which is amazing. I almost went to Gaucho, but I'm going to Asia, which is night 1. But they canceled Gaucho, man. Can you believe it?
It's crazy.
But yeah, I listen to old music now, man. Like Christopher Cross. Dude.
Dude, I've been listening to this girl named
Dude, we're adults
Jennifer
now.
Warrens.
Can't believe
She's
that.
got a lot of sound. I listen to a lot of sound checks and like PA tunings.
You listen to good quality
Yeah,
music.
so a
With
lot
lots
of
of space.
I started hearing this song every time these
Oh,
guys.
you sent that to me.
All these
Yeah,
dudes
she's a great singer.
Flying PA that tested with this song, and I first heard the I think what was the band's name? I forgot. They tuned the PA with this song, and it was called. You can't find it. It's not released in the U.S. You have to like YouTube it, and you can't really get the highest quality because it's YouTube. But
Yeah.
somebody posted the whole album, and it's called the album's called The Hunter, and it's by Jennifer Warrens. And you can buy like the CD on eBay or something, but I think it's only released like somewhere else. But man, whoever makes that album, it sounds incredible.
It's on vinyl.
I've been listening
apparently.
to that album.
Wait. Oh, yeah, you did send me a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's where I listened to it.
Nice.
A lot of sound check songs. It's funny, all the comments are like, heard this at a sound check. It's a good way to test your speakers, man.
Sure.
It's clean.
I have a couple playlists on Spotify of music like that. Like I got high end, like it's got really, really good for like listening to the high end of a PA, or like I've got a drums one where they just all have really good drums. Got like a full range one, which has like some, what's that band called? M80? Is that a band?
Oh, M83?
Yeah, M83, yeah.
No clue.
Oh, their stuff's mixed really well.
Yeah.
I have no clue what y'all
It's
are talking about.
basically stuff that's quality, something that was recorded very well.
I've
It's
been
not really edited or cut up. It's just like somebody performing perfectly on tape or something.
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
I
very well.
started watching or on YouTube. YouTube recommended. I can't remember what Foo Fighters album it was, but it was the album where I think it was Back and Forth or something like that. The one where they recorded it in Dave Grohl's garage and they recorded it on. So they brought in like all this tape machines.
Sound City.
No, it wasn't that one. That was the one where he acquired the old Sound City console and like made a studio and then brought back all of the old musicians and they made it like it's like the biggest collaboration album, like drummers from all these different bands playing with different bass players and guitar players and then they released an album. But this is like one of the Foo Fighters albums. I think it was Back and Forth, but I started watching that and man, they're really good musicians and they got that Butch Viggs guy to engineer it. And they were on a API console, 2-inch tape. Sounded so good.
Abe looks very confused. Maybe we should switch subjects.
No, y'all keep talking about it. Y'all do y'all's thing.
Dude,
Do it.
do you know
I don't know about any of this stuff. So when y'all talk about recording stuff and y'all like, man, you know, they had these gold-plated XLR cables and it was just like the best.
Gold-plated
I'm like,
monster cables.
What?
Dude, that's a joke for even people who don't do. That's funny.
XLR.
gold-plated monster cable? What is that from? Gold-plated monster cables.
I don't know. I think it was like
Gold-plated
it was a joke from somewhere.
Man, y'all got those blue snowball microphones? Yeah.
But anyways,
Get that
I watched
good
this
audio.
video with that MKBHD guy, the tech review YouTuber.
I like his videos.
He's great.
Hey guys, had this unreleased thing for years now.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Let me show you what I think about
It's
it.
like, I've been using this phone for weeks.
And then we
Hasn't-
ran into
hasn't been
somebody
out.
and we never ran into him again.
Anyways,
That
he's
other guy.
he's interviewing Will Smith, and he's talking to Will Smith about like technology and what was it like, you know, being an early actor or like getting into the entertainment industry like really early, and the technology wasn't there, and he was talking about how
Why don't
You
he
know-
love me, Uncle Phil? Why don't he love me?
Oh, that was a sad episode of Fresh Prince. It's all right because I'm going to be twice the father that he ever was.
I don't even need you.
I cry, and when I'll sometimes make myself cry
Dude,
and
Uncle
watch that
Phil,
on
man.
YouTube. And he's like hugging him, and he's like, "It's all right, man. It's all right." And I'm like, "Oh, it's okay. It's all good."
stupid.
Yo, that was good.
But he was
Man.
talking about like because he was a rapper back in the day and how the technology back then, if he wanted to record a song, like if he had a song in his head and he wanted to like get it out, that he had to go to a studio. Like we can literally record stuff on our phones,
Yeah,
but that wasn't a thing. And then he was saying how he remembered when 4-track recorder came out. So before that, it was like you could only go to a recording studio and record like the 24-channel 2-inch tape stuff.
Oh yeah, duh. I don't know what that is. So,
Dude, that's where the mojo is, man.
oh, dude, the 24 karat tapes, yeah, the best. Those are freaking awesome.
24 carats, man.
And all those
Extra
tapes.
ranch.
Come on, Abe.
I know nothing about this. Like, all I know is it's recorded. Somebody plays it back. You know,
You play it back on your AirPods.
dude, AirPods are life. Except those new ones, those new Beats Pro. I'm telling you. You remember as a kid, you had the old headphones with those foam, the little black foam things on them.
The ones that are go over your ear.
The ones that go over the head, yeah, and they sit on top of your ear. It's like black foam. That it was like on the old Walkman. Like it was just like,
The little stretchy stuff.
yep. It was literally,
Yep.
it looked like gauze. It was essentially gauze that was wrapped around your headphones.
I had the OG Walkman.
Dude,
My dad.
Me too.
y'all
my
had that
dad had
CD
it.
player with bass boost and skip
Oh,
protection.
yeah.
Skip protection. What the hell is that?
Skip- dude,
Mine had like
Trent.
this, mine was legit, dude. It was sweet. I could put it in my backpack and wear it
Yep.
and it was fine, dude. You had the Walmart ones. If you like went over a bump on the school bus,
If
it's
you-
like your song would just go.
If you breathed while holding your CD player with the Walmart one,
I always held
skip,
it,
dude.
I always held it like this.
skip protection was like you could sit here and be like, and it would like, it wouldn't skip at all,
Dude,
man.
some of the kids would have the Walmart CD players, dude. They would get roasted.
it's
man.
like he was a skip.
He wasn't good
Get him,
enough.
Dude, and then you were baller if you got the CD player that also had an FM tuner in it. Man, you could listen to the radio and your CDs.
And System
Yeah.
of a Down would come up on the radio and play that.
Gosh.
Put a little bit of makeup.
Hey, so what do you think the cringiest stuff you ever listened to, like that you were into for a little while?
Oh,
Avril
dude,
Lavigne.
Thrice.
Thrice?
Those like the dudes, it's the screamo bands with the skinny jeans and like the hair that made a diagonal thing across one eye. Nah, dude. couldn't stand
Bowling
it.
for Soup. I got into them for
Yeah.
a little while. I was very like, yo, I'm
Fall
gonna
Out
be
Boy,
Hot
man.
Topic punk.
Can't.
Oh yeah, probably the most cringiest thing that I can think of at the top of my head was All American Rejects.
Ew, dude, gross.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Or who sang that? Swing, swing, swing
From the All American Rejects.
That was All
Dude.
American. Okay, yeah, that was the
When
most cringiest
can
stuff I ever listened
you
to.
Tell me. But then, man, you were hardcore if you listened to "Cut My Life into Pieces."
Papa Roach?
This is my last resort. Ba-dum, chum, da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, dum, ba-da-da-da-dum.
Wasn't the CD cover like a?
It was a roach.
A roach.
Yeah,
Is it
it was
a
a
roach?
cockroach.
But then, dude,
Never
I
seen
felt
that
like
at
such a baller
Walmart.
when I listened to Blink 182, the Enemy of the State one, or is it Enema of the State? One of those with the nurse on the front. That's the one that had the all the small things through here, through the rain.
I remember a buddy of mine let me borrow Linkin Park Live in Texas.
Ooh.
And this is like at the beginning of when I started listening to things that my mom did not agree with.
Oh.
And she listened to it and it was live, so he's like screaming and stuff. And she did not like that at all. And then it was downhill
Wasn't
from there. I
good.
just started listening to like harder and harder
Yeah.
hardcore stuff.
Gosh, you're such a hardcore rebel. It's insane.
But I did have a friend, his name is Reed, in like 4th grade, 5th grade. He tried to get me into like the punk stuff, and I listened to a lot of it. He made me a CD, and it had All American Rejects on it and Blink 182, but I never really got into the. That's like, it's not punk though. It's like, it's punk pop, right?
Yeah. Punk
What-
pop. Alternative.
I never really got into that.
I did. I regret it.
Dude. Oh no. I have and it wasn't like I was into it, but it's like my mom bought it for me. Was an Aaron Carter CD.
Which he is
It was the
insane right now.
It was the one with I Want Candy or whatever. It was the one with.
but sweet. Boom, boom, boom,
It was the one where he had
down.
like the denim jacket
Yep.
on the cover.
And then he had Aaron's Party. That's what it was called. It was Aaron's Party. That was the main song. Oh, how did that song go? It's
Dude,
like,
I just googled this guy and he has
who
not.
wants to go to
this
a party?
guy-
Aaron's
He did not
Party.
age.
He's
well.
going through a rough. He looks.
No, he just got his face tattoo. He's moving because he got like all restraining orders from every single one of his family members, Nick Carter, everyone. Like, he's going through some mental stuff. I feel bad for him, but he's also going crazy.
I mean,
One of the other reasons you're here is
what is this?
Dude, look at this dude's face, man. Are you okay, man?
Oh, he's thinking about some stuff right there.
Dude, why?
Like what? He's thinking about some stuff.
He's looking at the back of the room, like just.
I like how his hair is still like bleached though.
He's like, what did I do?
Oh, and this guy's just making fun of him right here. Look at him.
He's like, yeah, so Aaron's.
Look at this guy. Look at this loser over here, dude.
Dude, I think that's just because he's like he got really popular. He's like a child star.
Dude,
so he
this
didn't
guy
really
looks like a
have,
dude.
No, he's a doctor. He's helping.
Let's see what he has to say, huh? Let's see what this guy's talking about.
All the Benzo families.
yeah, the Benzo family.
This is what
Well,
I
put
think
it up on
about
the
When you're
screen.
an anxious person, you're driving a speeding car that's out of control, totally out of control.
Passive aggressive?
I give you a benzo. It's like letting you put on the brakes to that car for a little while. But
Yeah, all right, that's cringy. I don't
What's a benzo?
So a benzo is, I don't know actually.
Oh, hold on, let me Google
Is
it.
a benzo Ferrari? Enzo Ferrari. I'm thinking that. Benko? Benko?
Oh, it's a drug. Oh. It's a Xanax.
Oh, yeah. Well, some people need it to chill out just because their mind is going all over the place. Poor guy.
Yeah, that's sad, man. He looked like a.
Same thing happened to Amanda Bynes, but she's making her comeback. Shout
like
out
he
to
had it
Amanda. You're
together,
doing
though.
good out there, Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, looks like he had it together.
Didn't she just like start Instagram or something?
Again, yeah.
Again?
She got well, she got off of it for years because she went mentally like insane. But she got the help she needed. She's all good now. She's starting a fashion line. Trust me, I'm in the know. So she's doing her thing. She's killing it. She's killing the game.
Dude, Lori Beth Denberg
Oh, Lori Beth Denberg. Yeah,
from
that's all
Vital
that.
Information.
Vital information for your everyday life.
She was hilarious.
Dude, she's really funny. They're bringing back all that. Did you know?
Why?
Why?
would you do
Why?
that?
It's literally
It's
SNL.
gonna be terrible.
Dude. Okay,
It's
no,
gonna
no,
be
no,
the
no, no.
worst.
You want to
dude.
know what's the worst? I guarantee you go back and watch and all that from when we were kids and you'd be like, this is the dumbest thing ever. But as kids,
Yeah.
we were like,
Yeah, but it's gonna be even stupider now.
Is it?
It's gonna be stupider.
Bless you.
It's gonna be so dumb, dude.
Dude, it's going to be good.
That was back when there was
Keenan is
literally
being the producer of it.
that was back when there was literally nothing like stupid, like idiotic.
Yeah, it's true.
Now everything's idiotic.
Amanda, please.
Bring out the dancing lobsters.
Yeah. Man, okay. Dude, as a kid, staying home on a Saturday. Oh, yeah.
Can you believe
Oh, dude, heck yeah.
English class? You are like
Is this the one where he busts through the roof?
Oh,
This is what we thought was funny as little kids.
yep.
You are a repairman.
That's her.
I'm the repairman. I can repairman anything, everything, and other stuff too.
Oh, what?
Very suggestive when you look back at it now. Repairman, man. I forgot about that skit.
Isn't there like, that's another thing is when you watch back old movies, like Disney movies, like there's a lot of sexual
Some hidden
innuendos in there.
Stuff that you're just
Dude,
like,
Little
huh.
Mermaid, dude.
Little Mermaid, the
Little
castle.
Mermaid?
What's the Little Mermaid one?
I don't know. I just said it. That's all I could think of.
Little Mermaid was on the cover of the original. Look it up, Nathan. I don't know if can we put it up here? Are we allowed to?
What?
We can put up pictures. Okay, Little
Oh.
Mermaid. Don't even YouTube it. Just Google image it. Little Mermaid original cover. One of the castle spikes is
A penis?
yes. That's exactly. What
I
it
can't
is.
believe you got in trouble for
I know.
saying a medical term.
So one of the spikes. I think. Look for a large image. Okay. Go to.
I saw one.
Oh, okay. Okay, Nathan.
Top
on the
left.
Far, no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, top left. That's it. Yeah. Pull that picture up.
Dude, not even, man.
Dude, everyone was like, dude, Trent.
If
Okay.
you look at it from afar, it's like, are you kidding me? That's
Are the viewers not going to see this?
Up. We can't put this up.
Okay, cool. Well, okay, Little Mermaid. Look
All
it
I
up
gotta
yourself.
do is type in Little Mermaid original cover.
Yeah.
You'll find it.
It's insane. But there's a bunch of stuff in The Rescuers Down Under. There's stuff in Aladdin. There's stuff in everywhere. There's all these other things. Just Google it. You'll find out real quick. But anyways. Well,
Time to hit the old
Dusty Trail. This was a good one. I love going back in time.
Yeah. Well,
Talk about lots of good stuff. So, anyways, thank you for tuning in for episode 7. My name's Abe.
Trent.
Nathan.
We over and out.